Tune in, turn up, it's time to go. Deep talks and a crazy show. It's Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? Saturday night? I myself are just taking it easy, just sitting back. It's 12 a.m. Actually, we're Sunday, technically. Sunday in the morning, the wee early morning and Sunday. So I hope you guys are doing good out there and just relaxing and trying to make the best out of the weekend, trying to get whatever you can out there. So hopefully this podcast finds your ears and it gives you maybe a better weekend if you haven't been having a good week or anything. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we can cheer you right up. If you guys are coming back to the channel for a second or third, fourth, fifth times and serving like a buffet, then I gladly thank you. And hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you guys are enjoying all the cartoons we're talking about. These are just my memories, stuff that I enjoyed watching. And today we're watching a show, something that, I don't know, maybe I probably think might have had the least amount of attention on all the shows I've done. This is Weirdos. And Weirdos is a show that played for myself. It played on YTV. I've never seen it anywhere else other than YTV. Although I'm hearing that maybe it might have played on Fox Kids. I don't know. But Weirdos played on YTV. I remember it playing on Wednesday or Thursday nights for maybe a year or two. Very short span, but when it played, I loved it. It was a great show. It was funny. And this episode, if you guys can find it, I think it might actually be on YouTube. It's so unpopular, it might be one of those free shows on YouTube. And it's called The Everspending Story. So it's probably something along the lines of the Never-Ending Story, but this is The Everspending Story. Let's go for it in 3, 2, 1, play. And it says Weirdos. There's a chicken. It says The Everspending Story. All right. So this show, like I was saying, this show played back in, I don't even know. To be honest with you, I don't even know. I was in elementary school. I was probably in grade 4, grade 5. And I just remember it was this Wednesday night. And all of a sudden this show pops up and I'm going, what is this? What is this fresh show on YTV? And I remember sometimes YTV would be a year or two or a year and a half. Maybe it felt like a year, but maybe it was shorter. But for myself, it felt like a year or two without being drastically changing. They had certain shows that they would play at certain times of the year that made more sense. During the summer times, you wouldn't have as many of the big shows. It would be reruns and whatnot. Same with during the day and during the weekends. But this show, for some reason, played middle of the week, around 6 o'clock. There's a commercial or a bumper promo from YTV that I have or that I've seen on one of my tapes. And when I get to it, I'm going to get to that one and upload it. But they had a thing called Mayhem Wednesdays or something, or Tuesdays, something like that. And this show was headlining it because it was brand new. And I think YTV or a Canadian show or the Canadian producer was a very big contributor to the making of this show. However, the characters themselves, from what I've learned, the characters themselves are based off of some sort of a garage or an American type of automobile parody or meme, an early one back in the 50s, 40s. So these guys are characters that have been around. If you go to your old junk shop, you would have seen these characters, and they would have been called Weirdos. But I didn't know that. I mean, I was 8. How old was I? I don't even know. I got to check this up. So this show, I remember when it was on, it was super hyperactive. Like, if you're watching this and you have ADD and it's hyperactivity, like, look, the 10-minute episodes. We've got one episode right here, or I guess maybe it's part of an episode. Maybe we should do 2, but I don't know which one was in order. At this point, it doesn't really matter. But we're doing right now The Everspending Story. And the reason I selected this one is because I have a few memories of this show. And one of them being this rich guy right here. He's the richest guy in the kid. If he goes and he starts ironing dollar bills, then this is the episode I remember watching. This is the first episode I remember watching. Yeah, I remember this because I remember YTV making fun of this part. in one of their promos for this show. But if there's a part in this episode where he's ironing dollar bills, I'm gonna be freaking. It's gonna be me. Ah, look at this. Put it in R. Put it in H. Pretty good graphics. I mean, there was a little bit of a miss. I don't know if you guys noticed that cell back then. If you go back, there was a bit of a dark spot. I don't know if that was part of the checkered thing, but I don't think so. It kind of looked like a video game clip, right, where you see out of bounds. But I was just going to comment, so far so good. Everything about this show looks great. The way it flows, the way it moves. That's why I remember seeing it for the first time. And I don't know if you guys had the same impact as I did, but I remember watching this show and just wanting more of it. And then just wanting to dedicate as much passion into the show. You know when you watch a show for the first time and you're like, okay, I want to be into this show. I want to give it my all. If they come out with a toy or a card game, I'm going to get some. I'm going to invest some time and money because I love the show. I want to invest in the things I like. And this show I thought was going to be like that. I thought it was going to be around for a while. And then, boof, it's gone. And there was nothing, honestly. There was nothing. There might have been maybe a magazine, but that's it. There was no games. There was no movie. There was nothing. It was, once the show was gone, that was it. And then for years I tried finding it. I couldn't find very much. I remember maybe finding like the odd VHS tape that wasn't very well rendered, and it wasn't really fun to watch, maybe a half an episode or something. But now on YouTube, you can find pretty much the entire stuff. So I was able to find all of it, and that's where I'm watching it right now. If you guys are able to watch it and take a nice relaxing Saturday night, plunge into the sofa or into your couch or chair, whatever. And just glad to have you on board. Just keeping those positive vibes going and staying strong. Staying strong for everybody out there. Oh, yeah. See, look at the shading on that gold statue. The rendition of the Statue of Liberty. That's a pretty cool idea. I mean, I've seen garage or mechanic shops with various junkyard art in front. That would be a pretty cool one. Some kind of Statue of Liberty holding up a giant muffler. So what I was going to say with this show is the characters look great. I mean, the shading is amazing. Even the motion of the characters, they look very good. They showcased, this is reboot. This is as if the reboot team got a lot of money and then they decided to go all out in the characters. The one part of the show I don't like is the background, the backdrop. It's too plain. I think they did that on purpose because they wanted to focus more on the showcasing their skills using modern technology to make motion, right? Making mouths move and stuff. They didn't care about the backdrop. So just put it in the desert, put it in the middle of nowhere, and we're good. We got ourselves a show. But really nice show. I don't know what it is. Sometimes about these CG things, if you guys know what I'm talking about, anybody out there that doesn't know or that doesn't maybe know what I'm talking about YTV. YTV used to have these little short CG art bits. They were maybe like 3 minutes. 3 minutes long, right? And they'd have a few of them. They maybe had like 10 of them from what I remember, something like that. And they would, you'd see the art, the way they would move, the eyes, the motion. And a lot of that would just resonate into like Reboot or Beasties, Beast Wars, or this show here, Weirdos. And I started thinking to myself, okay, maybe a lot of these creators worked in collaboration. And then it started dawning on me, they probably did. And a show like Weirdos, they just wanted to get some rights to some cool characters. They probably did. And YTV, we'll find out at the end of the episode who, if it's Nelvana or what's the other company? Or YTV, I don't remember. But, at the end of Reboot, it's the YTV logo. I don't remember if at the end of Beast Wars it's the YTV logo. I don't think so. But it's still Matrix Studios. It's the same studios. But this show is great. This show is funny. It's I was just gonna say this girl right here reminds me of Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Actually, this town kind of reminds me a bit of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. minus all the cactus. They're in the middle of this, you know, they're in the middle of the desert, but they're on this like green oasis. Oh, cool! The statue's about to fall down. Wicked. This would have been a really cool video game. Had they made something like an N64 game for it, or it would have had to have been a PS1 or an N64 game back then, maybe a PS2 game, and just make it like a wacky races, crazy taxi kind of game, going around driving, wrecking stuff. But the thing is, the world of the show is not very big. It's big enough for one season, but I don't know. The diehards out there, if there's anybody out there listening to this show long enough because they're just dying to get some kind of content on the show or any kind of voice, let your voice be heard. So if I can shine a little light on this show and give it a little bit of respect, give it a little sip, then that's the best I can do, and I hope I can do that. And if you guys are big fans of the show, and you're stuck, like I said, if you stuck around this long, I salute you and I thank you. And if you guys have more input on the show, and if you guys got more things to tell me that I don't know about, or you guys want to point me to maybe a YouTube video that somebody talked about the show, and I'll gladly watch it. I do enjoy this show. I think it's a great show. And I think when I go to Canadian Tire or Walmart, wherever, all these stores, I feel like there should be some kind of characters like this still being made, as far as like an auto freshener scented tree type thing, right? That you hang on your mirror. There he is. He's ironing the money. I remember that from the show. Okay, so this is the episode. And even when he was on the skateboard, when he was on that skateboard with no wheels, just screeching along, that was a good memory. Get your squeege. That's a cool city when you see it like that, with the details on the buildings and everything. They got talent. Whoever created the show. Let's see if they show it. No, they don't show it. I don't have the credits, and I gotta see. Let's just take a look. Let's give the show some respect that it deserves. Like I said, guys, I hope you guys are gonna have a good week. I hope your weekend's good. If you guys are relaxing, that's always good. It's always good to relax, and a good cartoon will go a long way. I'll tell you that much. Okay, the series originally aired on Fox Family. I remember something about Fox. And YTV in Canada. Slapstick comedy. Okay, let's click on this. So yeah. Oh, if you guys click on the original Weirdos art. If you go on Google, type Weirdos. Type original Weirdos, whatever. You'll see exactly what I mean. It looks like Tim Burton-esque art. It just looks like something from like Skull and Bones. Not Skull and Bones, but you know what I mean. Like a Halloween themed cartoon. But when you watch it on the TV show, it doesn't look very much like that. They lightened it up a bit, I guess, for the childhood audience. But that would have been cool as a movie. Maybe a good Weirdos movie. A CG Weirdos movie. You can make it today. I'm thinking along the lines of when they made that Scooby-Doo movie. The one that just came out. The one with the... they had Muttley. Muttley and what's his face? I forget the names. Okay. So... The characters are based off in the 1960s, but when did the show come out? It doesn't say it. 2005. Does that make sense? 2005. I feel like no. I feel like 1999 makes more sense. Oh yeah, 1999 makes more sense. Until 2002. Okay, so it was 3 years, but YTV. I don't remember YTV playing it for 3 years. You know what I remember YTV playing a lot of? I remember YTV every night coming home, YTV around 8 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. They had the New Addams Family. If you guys remember what I'm talking about. I used to flip around the channels. I used to watch. This is my routine. Come home from school or camp, whatever, in the summertime, and I would watch Steve Irwin on National Geographic or Discovery Channel, whatever one they were playing on. and Steve Irwin was on it. He'd have a Crocodile Hunter, whatever it's called, and then right after that, when that was done at 6:00, I'd tune into YTV and watch New Addams Family. I don't know why that show doesn't look exciting, doesn't sound exciting on paper, but when you actually start watching the episode, I mean, the way it's filmed, the way the story's told, and the jokes are kind of presented to kids, it's a great show. It's funny. It's hilarious. So go check that one out too, New Addams Family. That's another one I got to do, and I've had a hard time finding that one. I've been looking everywhere. I know it's on YouTube. I know you can get it, but I want to get it legit. I want to get, Morticia. I want to get the real series. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's the one with the kid. Who's the kid? Pugsley, right? Pugsley. It's the one where Pugsley is the same actor from Rat Race. If you guys remember in Rat Race, there's the kid in Rat Race. At the end, he's on the stage with, what's the band? There's a band on there that says, "Hey there, you walk dog, you can walk here." That's puddle. Is that Puddle of Mud? No, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's a good song, and that's a good movie too. Rat Race. If you guys remember Rat Race, Mr. Bean's in it. Rowan Atkinson. They tried to get a few good actors in there, a few celebrities in there, to get everybody riled up. And I remember when it came out in theaters, everybody watched it. It was packed. Remember when the movie theaters were packed, guys? Well, that was the time. It's summertime. What are you doing? You're going to watch a movie? You're going to go watch Rat Race. That was a good start of the summer kind of movie. That one and Euro Trip. Road Trip and Euro Trip. Both of those were great summertime movies. Tom Green. Amazing actor. That's the thing. I wish they came back with Miramax. I wish they brought back Miramax Production Studios and let the creators create and stop getting in the way and just let the writers write and let everybody just make a good movie and get some funding to people that have creative talent and get something going. I always think if you want a good movie to watch based off of that premise, we'll go watch Clerks. Clerks 1, black and white, Kevin Smith. It's a simple movie. It's nothing, but it's art. It's still art in itself, and I think it's a very well done movie for what it had to work with, right? It's your first movie is always going to be your toughest one. It's never going to be your best work, but sometimes it will be your most appreciated work. And but Clerks is definitely a good movie to go watch because everybody in that movie is basically getting their first big flick, right? Big moment. Yeah. Just got me thinking about all those video stores. You guys remember going back to video stores, grabbing the empty box, bringing it to the front. Maybe on your way out you spot another one, you grab it. Get 2 or 3. And I thought about it. I was blown away. One time, it feels like not that long ago, but it's actually maybe a decade ago. I was with my aunt, and I went to pick up a movie, and I had her card, and I just went there, and she said, "Oh, by the way, you've just rented 10,000 movies. You get a free movie. Which movie would you like to rent?" I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? They rented 10,000 movies in the span of 25, 30 years, whatever it's been, and they get a free movie. What a treat, right? You got more benefits when they went out of business. I mean, but Blockbuster, all those great stores, all those memories, all those moments, just always lead to that, right? Always leads to a collection place where we got together, watched movies, watched TV shows, watched Saturday morning cartoons, got home from school, hung out, talked about it the next day, went to Blockbuster, got it on demand. Blockbuster was demand. And I think there's only one left, right? There's the one in Alaska. I was lucky enough to find a Blockbuster membership card on the floor in a parking lot once. There's no address on it. I don't think there's an address. I don't remember if there was an address. But it was a nice card. I kept it. It was nice. Yeah. But anyways. So we're just gonna keep this keep the mojo going, like they say, and I'm hoping to get more content out there. I'm hoping to get things more, going more often. I got a lot of stuff to deal with I got a lot on my plate to deal with, and it's hard to put as much as I've been putting out of late. But this getting into this spring, getting out in the summer, it's gonna be fun to be outside. And I remember when I actually started the channel and started the podcast and all that, and really got it going. I remember springtime's always a fresh time to really get going. It's just, with everything going on in the world today, hope you guys are, like I said, hope you guys are safe out there. But with everything going on in the world today, it's hard to keep a good focused pattern and rhythm. So I'm doing my best, and I hope you guys are doing the best you can too. So with that being said, stay healthy and stay positive, and we'll be seeing each other in the next episode, right? Very soon, I hope. Hopefully this week, maybe tomorrow night. If I can do a Sunday night special, it'll be nice. Nice little Sunday night specie. Be fun. Watch maybe just another episode of something. Flintstones or Jetsons. I'm thinking of doing one of those too, because that's a fun Sunday show. If you go Sunday mornings. Oh, that's the other thing. I wanted to dedicate this episode to this Saturday morning, because I really wanted to watch an episode of Saturday morning cartoons. I've always wanted to do it, but my situation, the way things are lined up, it's hard, very difficult to do it with noise and everything. So eventually, when I get there, when the ball gets rolling, we're going to make some Saturday morning live broadcasts, and it's going to be on the website. And speaking of the website's up. It's just on, it's on kind of an alpha, beta kind of format. There's not much on there. You can go on there and listen to the podcast. You can check out, there's links to the YouTube videos and whatnot. But I haven't put any pictures or content, personal content that I've been wanting to put up. But I've just got the basic bones there, and you guys can go up there and check it out and let me know what you think. I got a blog set up. I got a forum set up, so I think you can add some comments on there. I believe so. In whatever format you can leave a comment there. It's not going to be very busy right now, but in the future, when things get crazier or busier, I'll focus more on the website and get it more lined up nicely and greased up nice. So with that being said, again, hope everybody has a nice Saturday night. Go have some fun. Go party if you can. And stay safe. All right? We'll be talking soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your favorite platforms. Check out YouTube for retro content. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and visit toonalong.com for more info. Support us on Patreon, and we'll catch you next time.
Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. So hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.